Welcome back to Fun Astrology. Thomas Miller, it's June the 4th, and this is one of those astrological charts. I've been on the road for like the last week. Yes, I'm that guy that travels with his podcast gear. I do 3 of them, so it's like I might as well. And I've been watching this chart, and I just thought, there are several different directions that you could go with today's chart, and I thought I would go this way, that I'm going to go. A lot of the energies that I was talking about last week, and especially if you want to catch like the essence of what's going on right now, listen to the post from June 1st. That was the Saturday post. It was interesting because I did it from the standpoint of as though the planets were speaking. And kind of funny because I saw a Facebook post of a friend of mine after I had done that, and it was identical to what she had said was a struggle just going on in her life. She didn't go into details, but I could just sense it was exactly what I talked about in the podcast. That was so wild. So if you want to catch the essence of that, just go back to that June 1st, and you'll see the macro of what's going on. So the thing that I wanted to talk about today is Mercury is getting ready to slip away from its home sign of Gemini and enter Cancer. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, for about the last month to 6 weeks, we have really enjoyed enhanced communication. If you've just felt like your words were at the right time, precise, crisp, like, where did I get that from? You got it from Mercury in Gemini. And as I'm thinking about having done this thing on Saturday, it's almost like we could throw all the lingo out the window and just go with the energy. So this has been a great month of communication energy. How about sibling relationships? I have had the best conversations with my brother over the last 4 weeks. There it is on the chart. And it might be travel related or learning, education. All of that part of our lives is represented astrologically by Mercury, which is getting ready to tip into Cancer. So the idea of this last degree in a sign, remember, I've talked about this in the past, 30 degrees in a sign. This thing is so symmetric. And the sacred geometry, the symmetry of the skies. You think you look up there and you see a bunch of scattered It is so incredibly, beautifully precise. And when you have a planet tipping out, so Mercury right now, getting technical again, is at 29 degrees Gemini. There are 30 degrees. Today is the last day. Tomorrow it will be in 1 degree Cancer. Now, for those of you wanting to advance your astrological knowledge just a little bit, I listened to a webinar over the weekend from very famous astrologer Stephen Forrest, and he was talking about this very topic of how the signs, so Gemini, Cancer, etc., influence a planet and how the house influences the planet. So the house those are the various areas of our lives where the play takes place. Remember, if we put it on the analogy of a play, it's like the different scenes. Now we're in the house. Now we're over in the yard. Now we're over at, Uncle Joe's house, whatever. We change locations. We change areas of our life when we change houses. So Mercury's getting ready to make a big change because it's going from Gemini into Cancer. What does all that mean? Well, for those of us who live in the world of communications, it's kind of a sad day, honestly. It's like, oh, darn, man. So Cancer's a water sign. Cancer is emotional. Cancer changes a lot back and forth. It's ruled by the moon. So your communication for the next 6 weeks could be a little back and forth, where it's been stable for the past 6 weeks. It could be emotional. Could get a little bit more amped up. Now, you could take that to the positive side as well and say, well, it could be more by the gut, more instinctive, intuitional. That would be a good aspect of Mercury being in this new era, this new territory of Cancer. So you can play with the various characteristics of these energies, but basically know that coming up, the energy around your communication is getting ready to make a change. Anything to be afraid of, concerned about? No. Set your intentions of how it will be and then get up on the wave and surf that sucker. Okay, so it's going to change. The moon is fickle. The moon changes signs every couple of 3 days. Okay, what you said today may not, give it flexibility, in other words, over the next 6 weeks. Don't hold things so tightly. Good way to play it. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.